We're back, people. I don't know if my phone's going to be able to handle it. I think we're too dead on battery.
Always a story about 9%. Now an opportunity to go up to this. I think they keep it all down. To be fair to these games, this grand final, the way they have been playing. And for Cloud 9, even now, I feel like there's a really important moment in the series for the momentum because, as I say, it's different if Sentinels are coming from the elimination bracket and they come into the grand final and they take that first game, right? And then Sentinels can kind of sit up a little bit.
That was Septify that just walked in front of us.
Knowing across the back of a series where you've already lost to this lineup, and not just lost 3-1. Question's going to be asked.
Up one.
Go through the lines here at C9. Certainly, and keep in mind, C9 is a team that ices up. We saw them do it just now in that last series, right? When everything is on the line, they step up. In that first game, though, we didn't see much from them, and it's crazy to think how much they just shut down Renegade, arguably the best player in the game. We barely saw Renegade, which is something we almost never say. In that last round, it was 4-8. They got outswayed 31-19. It is wild to see what we are seeing here on the main stage. As we take a look at the Sentinels lineup here, one player I want to focus on a little bit as well is Royal 2. I mean, I think he has been outstanding for Sentinels so far across this tournament, and not just from the individual plays, it's the consistency of the big numbers. I mentioned, I call him one of the greatest KD players of all time, and when you can rely on a pillar like that back in the lineup, when we're in the Slayer game, a tight Slayer game like we saw a little bit earlier, you know a man, you give him a power weapon, he's going to do the damage, he's going to hit the headshot. It's invaluable to have a man like that alongside you.
Calling it now, Sentinels go 3-0.
Just because of what he was doing in the shop in that game number 1, he was taking on some of the best players to play this game on Cloud 9 head-to-head and winning those must-win battles with the Stalker Rifle. Another thing we're going to be looking for in this game on streets, of course, is that Stalker Rifle control. Oh, 100%, and he's going to be a man who'll be picking it off the rip if he can. He's going to be spawning down in that tram area. And I think the Bulldog has been a game changer as well. You know, the ability to just play in and around sides, around back A. If you can get up to Ivy, you know, it's almost impossible to win the battle against those players. We've seen people just desperately try to stick them if they see them as well. Get a
so what do we got? We got Slayer, and then capture the flag, and Stronghold.
Just to get a trade in that situation, but if you can get that thrust and you can combine it with the Bulldog, you are a menace.
Oh, it's a best of 7. Nice.
Number 2, huge momentum game in the series. Will we see Sentinel only 2 games away, or does Cloud 9 even things up and set us up for a long evening?
Yeah, I'm going Sentinels today, man.
I'm ready for a very, very long evening. I want to go.
I'm going Sentinels.
I want to see a reset. I want to see a game 14. I want to see a 50-49. That's what I want to see right now. I want to see some of the best Halo Infinite we've seen so far. But as you can see,
I got a Cloud 9 jersey too, but I wore the Sentinels one today. so they got my support today. I could have worn the Cloud 9 one today, but it just didn't happen.
So far, we've seen it at Sentinels. They shut down Cloud 9 in game number 1. This will be back to Slayer. I think the crowd realizes how important this moment is for both sides. Sentinels fans start to make a little bit more noise as well. And as we take a look at some of these stats, Andy, there's a few things that are jumping out.
I could have cut them in half and then sewn them together. That's what Shebe said. She said, if I brought my sew kit, I could have made a double. And then sat in the middle. Yeah. And then get jumped on the way to the bathroom. Hey, this guy's a poser.
Let's get me Frosty and step by to aggressively immediately get rid of Renegade. 1 falls here for C9. 2 players going to be on the L. Equal falls as well. Frosty with a hot start. Sentinels is not afraid. Cloud 9, 4 dead. It's a 4-0 lead for Sentinels, and they are bringing it straight to the side of C9. Look at the first respawner as well. It's Renegade already harsh here with Penguin. Gets set back into the respawner screen. Renegade
would have been a hell of a story. Jeez. I tell you about the time I went to the hospital.
The hands off stage by Sentinels.
It was a great esports event. Gone wrong. Straight at the tires, even though Renegade was there, they had a rocket grab on L. It didn't matter. Sentinels is bringing the pressure. I just want both teams to do good. Can we crown 2 winners, please?
Flying across the map just a few moments ago. Sleepbite was picking up those spikes when he transfers straight across the
the middle of the streets, straight back to the fight where his teammates are, and cleans the pieces up.
Do not adjust your television sets. Sentinels was up 12-3 over Cloud9, quadruple the kills of their opponents here early on.
Finally, it's going to be C9 who get the first kill. It's going to be Stella who opens things up. Frosty trading. Snakebite coming in to trade as well. There's that Stalker rifle, and it's in the hands of Royal 2. And you can see from the POV of Snakebite how vital it is.
If you hit the names of the Cloud9 players here, you would never guess that Sentinels was playing C9. We have not seen this yet throughout the entire season.
17-7!
Thought it was Valorant. No, dude, Valorant still hasn't had a live event.
Finally, Cloud9 do get semblance of control. Like you say,
in terms of like
taking down
the
by
professional
Renegade.
circuit.
And I think he's just trying to speed things up
Because
a
the
little
game
bit.
came out
Trying to make
after
game a little bit
the
more
start
frantic.
of
This is where C9 can catch Sentinel
the pandemic.
Rocket
So
launches
they
goes
haven't
on
had,
as
even
well.
their, they just did their mid-season invite last week, but it was no crowd. It was all remote, like players were in studio, but nobody else was.
Doesn't even need the help
One day, maybe by the end of the year.
here on the Neons.
I think their championship's supposed to happen in LA, I'm not sure.
It's almost been sadistic in the way the Sentinels have approached this game. Rocket's back in the hands of Snakebite 2. Still 2 in the chamber. Unfortunately for Eco, he's going to feel the profit one.
22-15 now in favor of Sentinels. They're 2 dead. But still, Rocket control in hand. Let's get to an after. Listen in. To the side of Sentinels.
An Astro listening.
Holy shit. Watch our ear. Where's that? There's Renegade, right? I'm shooting off the. I spawned. You can want to jump in. Yo, cut, spin back. Yo, he's down. Maybe Ajax is one down. Okay, where's the guy? I think those guys are shot your Ajax. Okay, that's fine. I want backseat, back left. Yo, I'm going to come down. Do I come down? Sorry? I'm down to me in a second. I want to kill these guys right, by the way. No, go right. Tell him about top seat. TJ, walk it down. Wasted it. One more round. Cut Steven to you. Now try this. Alright, C steps. Top seat with soccer. It's holding that bacon. You're long right there. I'm good. I got you. I got your help, bro. I'm good. Yeah, no, it's good, bro. I'm not looking at it.
Oh, nice. Got some pulled pork on, dude. Cool. Yeah, thanks for coming by. Like I said, I don't know how long I got. My battery's 14% right now. I'll probably turn it off when I get closer to 10 so that way I can save some. Since I'm out of town, I kind of need Google Maps.
Front tower's not real. Shit, I'm here.
Thanks for coming by. Yeah, man. We'll connect when I get back. I'll tell you all about it. Actually, I might actually end stream after this match.
Well, the score and the gap has closed. It's now just a kill game. And the throw of the Rockets towards Royal 2 for a save fight was almost beautiful.
Beautiful toss on the rocks there in the tires, but how much did it matter in the scoreboard? They had to work so hard because Cloud9 is pushing them that hard. Cloud9 will take the lead 32-30 despite being down 12-3.
I think at one point it was 17-7. This has been a turnaround of epic proportions, should I say, coming in from Cloud9, 32-31. And the game really starts to tighten up now. Snakebite trying to challenge from L, but there's that Stalker rifle again. The damage output of this thing is absolutely nuts.
Confidence from Stella there. Lethal makes it pay from the beast there. Now they're trying to push in, but Penguin ekes out a kill. You'd argue that Sentinel maybe shouldn't have given up.
I think it's Penguin who's been at the heart of what's been good in the last few moments actually for C9. He had a little bit of a slow start, but now you're looking across his stats and he's 9-8, even though that might not seem too crazy. I think it was about 0-4 at the start of this game, so Penguin's starting to come to life, as is the rest of Cloud9.
Unbelievably close here. 37-35, Stella with another one with the microwave. They'll maintain the 2-kill lead. They got 3 kills, 3 dead for Sentinels.
Now, how to see 9
11 more to go.
Moments. Are they going to try and collapse? Are they going to hold map control? It looks like they've got the information of where the spawn is coming in from Sentinels. But Frosty's going to slow down this push. Smart decision here from Cloud9. Not getting that first kill, knowing they still have the lead. The last thing you want to do is start bleeding kills away.
Just like that, 3 kills becomes a 1-kill lead. We're seeing
Hey.
39 home stretch.
This game has almost disappeared in the blink of an eyelid here. Sentinels though, with those 2 kills, give themselves a 2-kill advantage. They need 8. Cloud9 closing in on them as well. This is a pivotal moment in this game, and the Rockets could decide.
Oh.
It's going to be Frosty making the play. Eco, he misses the beat down his stomach.
Oh!
Unbelievable one from Frosty there to win those 2 battles. Rockets are still up on the middle, but only 3 more kills to go for Sentinels.
That could be the game-winning play. That could be the game-changing play from Bradley Bertram. You know it best as Frosty. Most people know him as the guy who puts him in the death screen. Royal 2. He's going to pick up the 48. Frosty trying to be aggressive. Snakebite moves in. Couple of rockets.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. The Sentinels Snakebite. Proud of the squad there. Fantastic result once again for Sentinels. They hit 50-43.
Alright, I'm going to save battery. Thanks for hanging out, Chad. Yo, thanks for coming by. We'll talk to you guys later. We'll be live later this week.
Cloud9, you just thought for a second.